Hi Guy, welcome to B&B Spoilers and News channel. Today we will talk about Happy Friday and weekend, Bold and the Beautiful, fans. We hope you had fun watching all of the drama that unfolded in today's big weekend episode. Now that it's officially aired and in the history books, we're back here to tell you what happens next in the September 28, 2020 episode. That's right, guys. This is the next episode in the lineup, and the new week will begin. The great folks at CBS have provided 2 more new teaser descriptions for the September 28, 2020 episode, so that's what we're going to be working with today. Let's go. For starters, it looks like the new episode for Monday, September 28, 2020, which starts the week off, will feature some very interesting, super intense, dramatic and emotional scenes as Liam tells Dr. Finn about Steffy's addiction. Steffy's denial gets even more intense and more. We're going to start this spoiler session with Liam and Dr. Finn's situation. It turns out that Liam will indeed have another conversation with the good old Dr. Finn at some point. During this new conversation between Liam and Dr. Finn, Liam will let Finn know all about Steffy's addiction to pain relievers. The official CBS description for this last Liam and Finn script tells us, Liam reveals the news of Steffy's hidden addiction to Finn. How is Finn going to react to Liam's very shocking news regarding Steffy right now? It's a big question that we'll be looking to get answered in this episode. If we had to guess, we're pretty sure Finn will be all upset. Additionally, we can officially tell you that Finn will eventually join Liam and Ridge in arranging a response for Steffy in the September 29, 2020 episode. The second and final spoiler scoop reveals that Steffy will get even worse in this episode. At some point we're going to see Steffy get even more intense about his refusal to be addicted to pain relievers. CBS's description for Steffy's latest script tells us, Steffy's addiction, denial, and angst becomes palpable. Again, as we mentioned earlier in this article, the next step in Steffy's final arc is for her to get dragged, kicked and screamed, to get some major help for her problem. We totally expect that to be the result with her when next week is played out, as attention will shift to Ridge and Shauna's scandalous marriage roughly halfway through next week. We officially learn that Quinn will finally convince Ridge to give Shauna a second marriage, and this will all culminate in a very dramatic climax in the October 2, 2020 episode. More bombs, twists and turns will certainly be tossed into the mix at their wedding by the end of next week. So, get ready. Another bonus scoop reveals that a mysterious person is going to appear on the scene in the October 2, 2020 episode, and that person will actually hold the fate of many people in their hands. So it looks like next week's new series of episodes will offer some super interesting and intense storylines to look forward to. At Forrester, Thomas tried to draw in the CEO's office, but he was concerned about what had happened with Steffy earlier today. Zoe walked in to grab a dress from a shelf and couldn't wait to leave when she saw Thomas. He asked her to stay because there was something he wanted to tell her. In his silence, Thomas said he didn't want Zoe to stay if he made her uncomfortable. Zoe chose to stay and closed the door. He said they hadn't spoken for a while and when he got back to work he wanted the chance to apologize. She figured they could keep business things between them for the sake of the job. Thomas admitted that things were left in a strange place after the wedding. Zoe preferred to keep him behind them. He realized that she might have recovered from what he had done to her, but he hadn't. He felt he had been horrible, selfish and cruel. He wanted her to know that he hadn't lied to her about everything. Zoe rolled her eyes. Thomas said he wasn't trying to feel better or his act less horrible, but he really cared about Zoe. He wouldn't have proposed to her if he hadn't had feelings for her. Zoe said he apologized enough to her. For him, it didn't want to. Good, she joked. Thomas wanted a new start. Zoe started to speak. Interrupting her, he told her he had at least put everything there. Like that, we had at least been said, contrary to what he saw going through his sister. Pain and anger, and me. Thomas started to say. Zoe asked what was going on with Steffy. Thomas said he thought his sister was in a good situation, but had become really worried about her. Later, Zoe found it hard to believe that Liam would just kidnap her daughter because Steffy was taking a nap. Thomas said there had to be more. He had seen the way his sister handled things before, and she hadn't been herself. It had been foggy and erratic. Zoe asked if everything had gone well when Thomas saw Steffy before Liam arrived. Thomas recalled that Steffy had looked good. He had come to see her and drop off a gift from Vinny. Zoe noted that the gift was a gentle gesture. Thomas was worried. He had never seen Steffy act this way before. He had told his father what had happened with Steffy and Liam, and his father had gone to Hope and Liam's to figure it out. Zoe was convinced Ridge would get to the bottom of this and that it would work. Thomas hoped so. At Brooke's house, Steffy demanded to have Kelly, but Hope, Brooke, and Liam urged Steffy to see that it was best for Kelly to stay there until Steffy got the help she needed. Liam ordered Steffy to calm down and listen, but Steffy replied that he was not allowed to come into her house and take her child. Liam wondered what could have happened to Kelly. Steffy said the child was not in danger. She ordered Hope, who was still blocking the exit to the terrace, to step aside. Just then Ridge walked in through the front door. Steffy pleaded for her father's help and accused the others of kidnapping Kelly. Ridge asked Liam why he was keeping Steffy from his daughter. Steffy said Liam was not allowed to do this, and Hope replied that he had tried to protect Kelly. Ridge asked what was going on there. Brooke explained that a lot is happening that no one has realized before. Steffy cried to his father, begging him not to listen to anyone trying to take his baby. Ridge asked if she was okay and said he and her brother were worried about her. Steffy said her ex took her child, and that's why she was rightly freaking out. She thought it would be nice once they moved out and she brought Kelly home. Wishing he didn't have to do what he was doing, Liam asked if Ridge remembered when Liam thought something was wrong. Liam said it was worse than he thought. Ridge asked if this all was about Steffy and the doctor. Liam said no. Steffy said he was overreacting and wouldn't take Kelly if he cared about Steffy. Liam claimed he was doing it because he cared. He knew Steffy didn't want to hurt Kelly but claimed Steffy almost did. Steffy shouted that nothing had happened to the child. Ridge asked what had happened to Kelly. Liam replied that nothing had done. "See?" exclaimed Steffy. Liam insisted it could have happened if he hadn't shown up. he revealed that Steffy was still on his medication. He said she was abusing the pain relievers and that put Kelly in danger. So my daughter is addicted to drugs now. Is that it? Ridge asked. Steffy told Ridge that she was trying to recover from an accident. Ridge claimed that she was in pain because of what Liam's silly father did to her. Liam said he wasn't a doctor and couldn't call her an addict, but he felt she had a problem. Steffy retorted that his problem was that Liam and Hope were playing at home with his little girl. Hope and Brooke urged Steffy to be honest with her father. Steffy said she had rested, but Liam yelled that he had been unable to wake her. Steffy replied that she had taken a nap when Kelly took a nap. Liam explained that he knocked on the door, called his phone and yelled his name in her face. The whole time, she hadn't answered. When she finally arrived, she had been confused and confused her words. She hadn't been and still wasn't, he said. Thanks for watching, please like, comment, share and subscribe.